friends, welcome to Oma's and Opa's Lifestyle. Today we're going to show you how to harvest some honey. This is the last of the honey that we got out of our hives before winter, before we got them ready for winter. Harvesting honey is, it's not very hard, anybody can do it. We learned on our own. So what you have on your frames, this is capped honey. This is a frame of capped honey. This frame weighs about 6 pounds. So it is not totally covered, but it's ready to harvest. What you need to harvest is this tool right here. It's a decapping tool. This is a decapping knife. You can also get these in electric, but we chose to just get the manual. All of these things that I'm showing you are available on Amazon. Just a regular spatula to scrape the honey out. Before you start harvesting honey, you should test it. This is a refractometer that we've got online. It's a very simple tool. Alright, so we are going to take our first frame. We're going to put it on our decapping tub. And what I'm going to do, I am going to run my knife when it is lower than the frame is. I will use the decapping fork to do that. So here we go. We're going to take the caps off. And they should come off. They all come off pretty good. Now we will leave the cappings in this tub because a lot of honey is still in that and it'll flow out. And then we're going to add that. We're going to strain it and add it to the honey we got. So if you can see this honey, it's good. It's so good. So, as you can see, my knife is not getting all the cappings. So, I'm going to use my decapping fork. And what I do is I just barely go in there and I get the wax off to open them up so they can go in the extractor and the honey will flow out that way. It smells so good in here. I wish you could smell it. Okay, here we go. Now we got pretty much everything off this side. So here we go. Now, don't forget, there's two sides to this thing. So don't forget to do your other side. Alright, we're going to take the knife again. And here I go. I'm going to go very slow. And I'm hoping that all these cappings will come off with my knife. And sometimes it takes a little muscle to do that. But okay, here we go. It's all coming off. Here we go. Now, we have the foundations in our frames. We don't have the foundationless frames. Foundation is this right here, and this is what the bees build their wax on. So, a lot of people have foundationless, and then what they do when they harvest the honey, they put the comb in it with it, and a lot of people love that. So I am putting our first frame in our extractor. They stand straight up. There we go. They stand this way, and I'm going to do the next frame. It holds 3, so we have 3 frames here to do. Okay, so here we go. I'm taking the next capping off. Where we live, in the fall, you have goldenrod. And goldenrod, honey, you either like it or you hate it. There is no in between. It has a distinct taste. Plus, these frames, we give them back the wax frames so they don't have to rebuild them all next year. They walk over these constantly, putting the honey in, taking the honey out, and they get dark over time. So that's why they're so dark. Okay, here's my 4th side. And like I said, some of these just come off really easy, and some of them you just have to get with a fork.
Well, you're also doing it with your bad shoulder.
Yes, I just had surgery on my shoulder. I probably shouldn't even be doing this. If my doctor saw me, he'd yell at me.
I think so.
So, but I'm not a good patient, and so I think I have to get back at it right away. So, here I am. But we wanted to show you this because it's the end of the season, and this is our last honey for the season. We don't take all of their honey. We leave a lot in there so that they have enough to eat over winter. We don't like to feed them the sugar. It's just not natural, and we want our honey to be as natural as possible. So we leave a lot of honey for them to survive over the winter. We're only doing this as a hobby, not as an income. So, story why we got bees. What made us think about getting bees? The first few years when we had a garden, we had no bees around here. Nothing was pollinating our garden. I had to go out there and pollinate myself. We had to shake the plants and pollinate the zucchini and the squash ourselves. After that, we researched beekeeping, and we decided we were going to try it. It's hard work, especially in the summertime when it's so hot and you have to put your bee suit on. I don't go out there without a bee suit. I'm just not that tough, but a lot of people do. But see, this frame is lighter, so it means that they just now put that honey in there. It hadn't turned dark yet. That's what that means. Anyway, so we started out with 1 hive, and of course we lost our queen almost the same week. And when it comes to bee fall, nobody has queens. But the guy that we got our bees from, he took one out of his hive and gave it to us. He was really nice. And so we got them overwintered. And the next spring, I think we got up to about 5 hives.
Yeah, with 5's the most we've ever had.
So we split. We did splits in the spring. Keeps them from swarming if you can catch them in the right time. We did pretty good that spring, but then they swarm and they fly away, and then you just constantly have to keep an eye out. So, like I said, beekeeping, people think they're just out there and they're just going to do their own thing, and you don't have to go in there, and that's not true. You do have to take care of them some.
Let's go spin it.
You ready? Is it ready?
Yeah, that's ready.
Okay. what we're doing is we're spinning rubber loose. Getting it going. Sometimes we have to hold this down so we don't walk away from us. That's one downfall on these things. But it's either that or you spend an arm and a leg trying to get an electric one. If you can afford it, but we just went this way. We're not doing that much. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check on this because these have to get turned around so the other side, they have to be spun on both sides. So all the honey is out of this. Go show them. Go a little bit closer. So all the honey is out of that.
On that side.
On that side. So we have to turn these around and get the honey out of this side. So
Oh, move.
it smells so good. You can hear Gray in the background. She's telling everybody to come in. She just invites everybody in. All right, here we go. Second side. You will be surprised how much honey was in these 3 frames. What we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for 2 days and let it get all settled and everything. And then we will pour it in jars. I usually use my candy jars. And it keeps forever. Okay, we're going to see how far we've gotten here. And there might be a little bit more in there. We're going to do a little bit more spinning. We want to get all of it. And what we do with these frames when we're done with them, actually everything, our tools and everything, we take it outside and we let the bees get what's left. And you would not believe how clean they get it. It's not even sticky anymore when they're done with it. So whatever is left, they're taken back to their hives, and that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. So, yes. So both sides, as you can see, it keeps the comb in there. So, and what the bees will do, they will clean the rest of the honey out on these frames, and then we will store them over winter. And in the spring, we'll put them back out, and all they have to do is fix the comb, and then they'll be ready to use them again. So that's the way we like to do it when the spring comes. So anyway, we're done spinning. We're going to have to tilt this for it to go into the bucket. You can see it coming out of there. This always has to be taken apart and cleaned after every spin. It's very important that you keep everything sanitized. Alright, so what we're going to do is we had to tip our extractor because the gate is a little ways up, so the honey has to get through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the gate right now, and this honey is coming out, as you can see. Let it go through there. Let it empty out. So it is straining through. Of course, the honey is a little bit thick because it's on the cold side. So okay. All right, let this flow through. Set it on there?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
All right.
So it's going to flow. We're going to get every last bit of it. It's just flowing slow, and when it's all out, we'll show you guys what we got and add on when we bottle it, and we'll show you guys that.
Good morning, YouTubers. So we're set up this morning to fill these jars up with the honey that we processed yesterday, but I was going to show you that for our next video, if you will leave comments what you'd like to see. This is homemade dog food. So we quit buying dog food at the store and we're making it ourselves. She'll gladly show you the recipe, and because we'll be due to make some more here shortly. Another item that we could also, good morning,
Good
Alma.
morning.
I could show you how to make this spice rack. This in here is made out of walnut and cherry. If you'd like to see something like that, leave me a comment and I'll show you how to build that. It's pretty simple and pretty quick. Okay, we're fixing to get set up and do the honey into the jars.
Good morning, everybody. For us, it's the next day. For you, it'll be a second because we're going to add this video. So we left the honey extractor draining in the bucket all overnight, so we could get every bit of it. It gave us quite a bit. So what we do next is we open our gate to our bucket, and we just open it a little bit, and here comes the honey. It's flowing right on in. It looks beautiful. It really does. So this is a 12-ounce glass. I do 12 ounce. So we close the gate. And this is our honey. So, and what I do not use metal lids. I use plastic lids. I recently learned something that these are from Walmart. You can get them. They're very, very inexpensive. But what I learned recently was that if you touch your honey with a metal spoon or metal lid or anything like that, it affects the enzymes in it. So I'm going to start using the plastic lids, and we're going to pour all that in there. Okay, close it. Here we go. This honey will last forever. The main thing you do not want to do with honey is to heat it.
Beyond about 100 and...
Yes.
I don't remember the exact temperature. 115 degrees. Anything above that would kill the enzymes in it.
Yes,
which
it will kill the goodness.
Which kills the goodness. Exactly
Yes.
right.
And so you don't ever want to stick your honey in the microwave. Sometimes honey turns into sugar.
It'll crystallize.
So put it in a lukewarm pot of water and just let it sit there for a little bit, and it will liquidate again. So This is quite a bit of honey. We only had 3 frames and we're going at it. So we've already got 3 jars. This is the 4th. Sometimes you have to tilt it a little bit to help it along. Okay, there you go. Okay, my friends, this is what we got out of the 3 frames of honey. They were deep frames and they weren't completely full. So this is a good harvest for the 3 frames. Like I said, this will never ever go bad. It will last forever. So if you're a prepper or anything like that, this is a good thing to get. Thank you. We're going to render the wax. That's going to be beeswax once we get it all clean. So, but there's still honey on that, and they're going to clean that up. And when they're done with that, it'll be just like, it'll be so light, featherweight. So we try to give back when we take. Those are our beehives.
If you liked the content, please subscribe. Y'all have a good day.